High in the thin air of the Peruvian Andes, there stands a fortress that should not exist. It is a wall of giants, composed of limestone blocks that weigh more than 100 tons each. They are not merely stacked, they are woven together with a precision so absolute that a single blade of grass cannot pass between them. There is no mortar, there are no iron tools, there are no wheels to transport these monoliths across the jagged mountain peaks. When the Spanish conquistadors first laid eyes on these ramparts in the 16th century, they were struck by a primal fear. They did not see the work of men. They believed the Incas had summoned demons to move the earth. Today we call it Sacsayhuamán. 500 years later, the demons are gone, but the mystery has only grown deeper. Our finest modern engineers, equipped with lasers and hydraulic cranes, still struggle to explain how a civilization without the pulley or the wheel achieved the impossible. To understand Sacsayhuamán, we must first look at the heart of the Inca Empire, Cusco. The Incas viewed Cusco as the navel of the world. It was a city designed in the shape of a sacred puma, and Sacsayhuamán was its head. The zigzagging walls represented the teeth of the predator, shielding the spiritual and political center of an empire that stretched 4,000 kilometers along the spine of South America. The Inca were masters of adaptation. They lived in one of the most volatile landscapes on Earth, a place of vertical precipices and violent tectonic shifts. To survive, they had to become the greatest stonemasons in human history. Most ancient civilizations used mortar, clay, mud, or lime to glue their buildings together. The Inca rejected this. They knew that in a land of earthquakes, rigid structures shatter. Instead, they developed ashlar masonry. They shaped stones to fit together like the pieces of a three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle. When the earth shook, the stones would dance. They would vibrate in place, shifting slightly, and then settle back into their original positions. The Inca did not fight the earth, they moved with it. The true scale of the mystery reveals itself when we look at the raw numbers. The largest stone at Sacsayhuamán stands over 8 meters tall and weighs an estimated 128 tons. For perspective, that is the weight of approximately 70 modern cars, concentrated into a single block of limestone. The quarry for these stones was not at the site. It lay several kilometers away, across steep ravines and treacherous mountain passes. Mainstream archaeology suggests the use of manpower, thousands of workers pulling these stones on wooden sleds over rollers made of rounded river stones. But the physics of the Andes creates a problem. Wooden rollers would be crushed under such immense weight. Wooden sleds would snap on the uneven terrain. Furthermore, the stones are not uniform. Every block is a unique, multi-angled shape. To fit them together, each stone had to be carved to match the indentations of the stones already in place. This implies a process of trial and error, but you do not trial and error a 100-ton block. You cannot lift it, check the fit, grind down a centimeter of rock, and set it back down repeatedly. The sheer labor required to achieve this level of precision suggests a technology, or a mastery of physics, that has been lost to time. The Spanish chroniclers, who arrived while the memory of the Inca construction was still fresh, were baffled. Garcilaso de la Vega wrote that the structures seemed raised by enchantment. There are local legends that speak of a more esoteric method. Tales passed down through generations mention a liquid derived from rare mountain plants, a substance that could soften stone, making it as malleable as clay. While this sounds like folklore, modern researchers have noted that some stones at Sacsayhuamán exhibit a glassy, vitrified surface. It looks as though the rock was subjected to intense heat, or a chemical reaction that allowed it to be molded or pressed into its neighbors. Others suggest the use of massive solar mirrors, focusing the intense, high-altitude sunlight into a beam capable of melting limestone. But there is no physical evidence of these tools. There are no vats of acid, no giant lenses, and no secret manuals. The Inca kept no written records. They used quipus, a complex system of knotted strings, to record data. When the empire fell to the Spanish, The keepers of these secrets were the first to perish. The technology didn't just stop being used, it evaporated. The turning point for Sacsayhuamán came not from nature, but from the greed of man. After the fall of the Inca, the Spanish saw the fortress not as a wonder of the world, but as a convenient quarry. For decades, they dismantled the smaller stones of the site to build the cathedrals, government buildings, and homes of colonial Cusco,